Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Voro. Today we're diving into the world of finance and exploring what's driving the markets right now. So let's start with Japan. The Bank of Japan has been making headlines lately, and for good reason. Their latest data showed that Japanese PMIs, or Purchasing Managers' Indices, lost momentum in September. This is a big deal because it fuels concerns over stagflation, a combination of rising prices and slowing momentum. Now, when we look at the details, we can see that manufacturers reported a sixth consecutive drop in new export business. That's a pretty clear sign of weakening demand, which is rattling yen markets. And with this weaker data, investors are getting nervous about what the Bank of Japan will do next. Will they raise interest rates or stick to their current stance? The answer might be more complicated than that. We have Bank of Japan Governor Kazuo Yuta, who recently said that rate hikes would resume if the economy and prices moved in line with projections. That's a pretty clear signal that the BOJ is watching inflation closely. But here's the thing. The softer PMI data weighed on demand for the Japanese yen, sending it up against the US dollar. This might seem counterintuitive, but think about it. If the yen is weaker, that means investors are getting less risk from holding on to it. And when investors get less risk, they start to look at other assets. That's where the US stock market comes in. The Dow Jones, Nasdaq 100, and S&P 500 are all feeling the effects of this shift in investor sentiment. U.S. stock futures moved in tight ranges today, with some gains, but overall, it's been a pretty cautious start to the week. Now let's talk about what's driving that caution. We've got Fed speakers taking center stage today, and they're going to be talking about the timing of further policy easing. Will the Fed cut rates, or stick to their current stance? The answer might depend on how the market reacts to some key data points. The U.S. Personal Income and Outlays Report is coming up later this week, and that's going to give us a lot of insight into what's happening with inflation. For now, though, it seems like investors are looking for guidance from the Fed. Will they loosen monetary policy or stick to their current stance? That's the thing about finance, it's always moving, always shifting. And as traders and investors, we need to be on top of all these changes if we want to make informed decisions. So, what do we know right now? We know that Bank of Japan commentary is going to be a big driver for markets. We know that the U.S. Personal Income and Outlays Report is going to give us some clarity on inflation. And we know that Fed speakers are going to be talking about policy easing. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching Voro. We'll catch you in the next video.